McKenzie Gayheart, aka Skittles. I'm a professional BMX racer, and I race for Full Tilt Bike Co. and Team USA.
Man, it's like you've done this before. You may have. Well, it's usually talking about how you're passionate about the hobby, but just to, how did you even get involved in BMX? That's you know, like how did it even come about into your world, basically?
Yeah, I'm out of Fort White, Florida, so I'm like 12 minutes away. So this is home to me, and I've been gone for about 2.5 months, and you know, it's good to be home. And I love coming out here because I can ride with all my friends that I have here, and then all the little ones. So I normally do my trainings in the morning, so when I come out here I could have more of like free time. So I really like helping all the new kids and riding with basically my homies that I've been riding with for the last couple of years. It's good to see them after a while. It's like good to be home. Just feels good to be back. When I was 7 years old, my brother used to race and my dad was out here, and I just come to like hang around the track and just have fun and play tag and stuff. And my dad and brother actually pushed me down the hill. Like, didn't even start on the second straight or anything, just straight down the hill. I was screaming and crying the whole track, but I didn't fall. And by the finish line, I ended up kind of liking it, and I didn't want to admit it. And it honestly has just went up from there. I was 7, but I would say like I started to like actually get into it when I was like 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically you're just kind of playing around because someone in your family was into it already?
Yeah, I just raced locally, and I did a couple state races, and then I got pretty serious into it. My dad started taking me to nationals, so when I was 9.
You know.
I actually didn't know how to ride a bike till about like a week before I came out here. My neighbor had like this bike that had light up wheels. That was really cool, and I didn't know how to ride it, so he taught me how to ride it without training wheels. So it was pretty impressive, I guess. People were really shocked when I come out here and like, yeah, it's like my 2nd week on a bike, and then they're like, you're gonna do this? And my dad's like, yep.
That is an amazing story. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole basis of Tilt is just to inspire and motivate other people to maybe get involved or support other people, or just a little education about what it is, because a lot of people hear BMX, but they have no idea what BMX is. Okay, it's bicycle motocross, sure. Yeah. But what is it? You know what I mean? Like, this is the racing side of bicycle, you know what I mean? It's the race side of it. There's street, there's park, there's so many different styles, you know? Yeah. And I was a BMXer because that was kind of how you got into it. Like, if you wanted to do it and you wanted to compete, that's what you did. You became a BMX racer, you know? Right. And this side's different, you know? It's way different than just your typical just going out, you know, to street ride, basically, you know? Yeah, a lot different. Yeah, just everyone's like, oh, what do you do? Like, because you have decked on Team USA. I'm like, yeah, I'm a BMX racer. And they're like, oh, you do tricks. And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, it's easier, right? Because you just have to pedal. And I'm like, I mean, everybody says that till you get on the track and you hit a lip and you get all squirrely, and it's kind of like whoa. Like, the best thing is people come out to the track and they see like girls doing it, and they're like, oh, you can do this, or like, are you that good? And then I like do a lap and I'll jump some of the boys, and they're like, wow, you're really good. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but I'm really competitive, and like one of my biggest things is I like to out jump pretty much all the boys. Like, so if I see them eyeing up a jump, even if I'm like not confident to do it, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do it, just to like have everybody like, wow, she jumps so good. That is so cool. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. From like this fun thing to like, well, actually this might be like
a job.
Correct. You know, that's the word no one wants to hear, but
it went from like, all right, I'm coming to the track, you know, I'm just getting in the gate and I'm just lollygagging around, to like, okay, I need to train, whatever, I can get away with it. Yeah, let me go to a public school. And then it got into like, okay, I'm gonna have to do some homeschooling so I could train full time. And then now it's like, this is my career, this is my job, and now I'm like dedicate my whole life to this. And like, I leave my parents and family for months and I go overseas doing what I love, and I love it, but at the same time it's like, it's hard, but this is what I want to do, and I'm training to be the best that I can be. So I would say one of the biggest things is, and people might think it's crazy, but being homeschooled, I'm like very thankful my parents did that, because nowadays school's really rough, and to be 21, I'm doing really good with myself compared to, you know, some. And I think just getting out of school and doing it online and focusing on myself. And then I obviously like BMX, like everybody's family, you meet them once and then they just become something special just because that's just our sport. And I don't know, I just have met and traveled way more with that opportunity than to be going to a public school and not being able to travel and miss school as much. So I've gotten to see way too many countries and just met thousands and thousands of people along the way. Once I realized that I'm at a national level, I'm like, this is what I want to do, and I want to be like an elite when I'm older. And then that's just my goal, and I want to make the Olympics, so I'm not stopping till I do that.
And what would you say to others that know absolutely nothing about BMX and would possibly maybe want to get involved, but they just don't know anything about it?
You would just honestly just have to like show up. It's hard to research because if you research, then you get the top of the notch people, and they make it like super easy, and it's really not. I'd say just come to the track, spectate. There's always someone, doesn't matter where you're at, there's always someone that's gonna help you out. They'll get you what you need, your bike, your pants or whatever, and just try it and just have fun and just don't be afraid of. I've noticed with a lot of newer females or just girls that they're afraid to ride like in front of the boys, but I just tell them, or you could see they have way more potential than what they show. So I'm like, don't worry about what other people think of you, because at one point they were just like that or possibly even worse. So you just have to keep your head high and just have fun with it. Always have a smile on your face, because if you're not having fun, then it's just not going to work out for you. You start somewhere, and at one point we were all like that, and you know, back like a long time ago, like it's just good to have older, experienced people help you out, and whether it's just a high five or something, at the end of the day, they will remember that. So yeah, anytime someone needs help, I'll be more than glad to help them, as long as I'm done with my training.
What would you say to others that are out there chasing their dreams, or maybe have given up on their dreams, both sides of that, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people got smashed in 2020, let's put it that way, and this is kind of where this whole concept came from. I'm just trying to inspire people and motivate people to like keep pursuing their passions, man. Yeah. Don't give up, you know what I mean?
I would say never give up, because there's so many opportunities that you can have. Whether if you're on rock bottom or at the top of your level, there's always some type of opportunity or someone that's wanting to support you, or you always have some type of group that still is like close with you, they support you, they love you. So like at the end of the day, you just have to look at all your supporters and friends you have and just keep going with your life. Just sometimes it gets hard, and like COVID did smash a lot of people down, but you just got to keep going. You can't give up, because if you give up, you're going to be stuck in a hole, and you don't want to be stuck in a hole in your life. You just got to keep digging and keep going, because if you keep pushing, then you're only going to get better and better.
So I know we haven't mentioned it yet, but it's actually your 21st birthday, correct?
Yeah, it is.
That is.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you can only imagine what's in there.
And some Skittles.
I couldn't resist.
They're
it was
good.
Just too much.
Ooh, the wild berries are fire. Thank you, Tote, for coming out. Stay tilted.